Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I wanted to motivate you guys, especially if you're feeling a little down about your manifesting, if you're perhaps in a state of doubt about your manifestation. Will it ever come? Will I be able to manifest what I want? Well, in this video, I want to remind you that your desire is a promise, and I'm going to talk about why that is so. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So I know a lot of you guys who are manifesting your desires, especially desires that are important to you and matter to you, may often be on this emotional roller coaster of I'm feeling good one day, I'm feeling confident and optimistic one day, and then the next day I'm not feeling so good, I'm full of doubt, I don't believe that my manifestation will ever come in. And so for me, I find that when I get into that state of doubt, what helps me very, very much is to remember some of the fundamentals of the law. Why the law works, why my desire is mine, why it is done, and why it is coming into my life, even if I don't see it right this moment. And this is what we call, and you might have heard it in the manifesting community, that your desire is a promise. Why do we say that? First of all, one very important thing to keep in mind is that creation is finished. Neville said that, it's also in the Bible. There is nothing to be created from scratch. You are not creating anything from scratch. What you're imagining, what you're desiring already exists in the higher dimensions. Your desire already exists. Your desire, if you're able to think about it, if you're able to imagine it, if you're able to desire it, already exists. Your desire already is created. So you don't need to create anything. You're not being asked to create anything. You're not making anything from scratch. All you're doing is you're choosing the version of reality that you want, and as a conscious manifestor, dwelling on it in imagination, channeling that energy that is associated with the fulfillment of your desire, dwelling on that as much as you can and as consistently as you can. And what this usually does is that it causes a shift within yourself. It causes you to change your perceptions towards your desire, towards the situation. It causes you to change your energy. It causes you to change your expectation towards anything it is that you are consciously manifesting. And so that inner shift is then being mirrored back to you, reflected back to you by the outer world, the 3D world that is your mirror. So your desire is a promise, number one, because it already exists. It's already created. You're not creating anything from scratch. Number two, because your desire was born within you, and it was born within you because it came from your higher self who has already experienced that version of reality in your 4D, in your imagination, in the quantum field where everything exists, all possibilities exist, all potentials exist, alongside everything that ever has existed, everything that does exist right now, and everything that may exist in the future. And so you're experiencing this desire as a nudge, if you will, to improve your reality, to give yourself that gift of your desire. So the desire springs from within yourself, and then you decide to give it to yourself, and you grant it to yourself, and you start fulfilling yourself from within by living the experience of your fulfilled desire in your imagination. Knowing these two things, one, that your desire already exists, it's already created, and two, that you are able to grant it to yourself by accepting it, by starting to experience it in your imagination, by expecting it to show up in your 3D, tells you why your desire is actually a promise. It is a promise made to yourself, from yourself, that if you dwell on that desired reality, that desired version of reality, your 3D, which is always, always, always a mirror of your inner world, is going to show it to you. Sooner or later, eventually, it's going to show it to you. And that, by the way, doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to take a long time. It could happen tomorrow. But either way, whether it happens today or tomorrow or next week or next month or in 3 months, however long it takes, it is going to show up. Your 3D is going to show it to you. It's going to reflect it back to you. And so your only job is to select the version of reality that you want and focus your energy and your attention on fulfilling yourself to that desire, living and experiencing that desire within your imagination, and shifting your energy to the energy that would be yours if you had that desire right now in your 3D. And everything else, you guys, is being sorted out for you. Everything else is being taken care of for you. Your desire is a promise because it is there for you to choose. It is always up for grabs. And you also know that if you focus on that in imagination, and if you align with your desire in imagination, it is going to come. So how can it not be a promise? How can it not be that you cannot expect to experience it? How can it not be that you cannot expect to have it sooner or later in your 3D? It is there for you, and if you accept it, and if you start fulfilling yourself from within, it is also yours in the 3D. That's why you hear so much in the manifesting community, your desire is yours, it's done, take it for granted, considering it done, because it's true. Your desire is your desire for a reason. You have the desire to have that experience in the 3D world, and that experience already exists. Creation is already finished, remember? So all you need to do is accept it, grant it to yourself, and through your inner practice, cultivate that positive expectancy that, yes, it's working out for me. Yes, my desire is mine. Yes, it is done. Yes, it is going to come in my 3D. Therefore, my desire is a promise. If I do these things, if I direct my energy and my focus in the right way, my desire is not a maybe. My desire is not a 50-50. My desire is not something that might or might not come into fruition. No, your desire is a promise. All you have to do is fulfill the promise to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are the only one standing between your desire and yourself. So if your desire is a promise, take that promise, fulfill the promise to yourself, grant your desire to yourself, experience it, and expect it also in your 3D sooner or later. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.